What is going on, my Patriots? How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. Sorry that I am in the dark due to the fact of the matter that I had a long night. My wife had trouble with her gallbladder once again, so we had to actually go to the hospital. But anyway, she is recovering. She's trying to sleep. But breaking news, it is official, like I called it. Uh, Joe Biden is dropping out of the Democratic race for president. That's right, it's official. After all of the virtual calls, all of the possible threats, and the whole, if you don't do this, your whole legacy is going to be destroyed. He did it. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead on, and I am going to drop out the race. So, what happens now? Since he has dropped out of the race, he has officially endorsed Kamala Harris. I'll probably be a couple of weeks. They'll probably have campaign money transferred over to her officially. Now, because he dropped out of the race, please do not think at any moment that he's gonna subside his power of being over the country. He's still gonna be over the country, or whoever behind the scenes running the country for him. Now, they said that President Biden did all of this reflecting while allegedly being diagnosed with COVID. Now, I have my suspicions about that. We've all talked about that. The whole COVID thing could have been a cover up for maybe some more serious medical concerns that we don't know about behind the scenes, or possibly never will. But I will digress. But it's just kind of kooky to me. You keep defying and saying you staying into the race, and then you turn around, and when the 20th Democrat has screamed, you need to get out the way and let someone else take over, you get COVID. Now, I think that was the days for them to isolate him from the actual world. That's my personal opinion, the suits, so they can tell him, hey, you need to move out the way. This ain't it. But again, I digress. But anyway, Biden has dropped out the race. He has endorsed Kamala Harris, and he says she has his full support. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, Kamala Harris, she ain't even been around like that. How in the hell can he endorse her? Well, he has no other choice. For one, it's because of the money that's involved, the actual campaign money. It's getting dried up as we speak, trying to do damage control from how they have lost voters to come their side to go against Trump. Not to mention, Trump has skyrocketed in the polls because of his assassination attempt. Now, since they got Kamala, they may get a couple of rises in now, because it's official. Kamala is on the wire of, I guess, being the Democrat savior. But I don't think it's really going to do any dynamic changes. Because, see, here's the thing. Kamala only appeals to one demographic of people, and that is uh, the black Americans who are still on that woke shit, who still think that Kamala is the next best thing since Obama. Granted, she has no experience as being a leader. I mean, we've seen her for the first 4 years, just absolutely do jack shit. I mean, she couldn't even do nothing for the border. She was the border Caesar. She's horrible with that. Every time she goes for foreign policy, she tries to mock the people that she's going to visit. She tries to imitate them. Like, dude, why are you trying to imitate, uh, for example, Irish people, and you're not Irish? Or why are you trying to imitate the French, and you're not French? Just be your fucking self. You are an American leader. Speak and act like it. Let's not talk about her past as a prosecutor. She was absolutely garbage. She put so many black men in jail, black people in jail, for no fucking reason to make a case. But shit, you still got these same black folks that is out here talking about, well, Kamala is the best choice. We love Kamala. Oh, Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. Y'all crazy. I mean, I'm just being 100. Y'all crazy as hell. Anyway, what's going to be interesting now, who Kamala going to pick as her running mate? This is what's going to make or really destroy them, which, again, a Kamala ticket now is horrible for the Democrats. This just shows you how far they have fell from grace. It's a dumpster fire. Nobody is going to want this. Again, it's funny. I just don't see no hope for him, because Kamala is going to has to pick someone to be her running mate. This is going to be even more comical. And whoever she picks, if you're trying to be on the 2028 ballot for the Dems, I wouldn't touch that shit. I would want to be on that ballot right now. That ballot is fucked. They got 15 weeks to try to get back somewhat into the fight, and I just don't see it happening. Uh, what's going on, and Alicia? What's up? Thank you for the follow, sweetie. I ain't seen you in a minute. I just don't see it, guys. I mean, just sad for them. What's up, Anna? It's been a minute. Anna, I ain't see. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in a minute. I don't see this happening at all in a good light for these folks. I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys. It is 15 weeks away before the election. You just picked y'all just picked the worst candidate of all time to go against a man who is got the attention of the mainstream media. He is now siphoning away the black vote. He's got young people now coming towards him. He's got young progressives flipping. And y'all pick this stupid ass broad who is not good at wording. She's a word salad disaster. When she holds any kind of rally, nobody's gonna come because she's so unpopular. I mean, who's gonna be a running mate? That's what's gonna be comical. I mean, is she gonna go over and walk to Michelle Obama and say, the powers that be, Michelle, I need you as my running mate for vice president. Let's go. Doubt it, because Michelle ain't gonna want it. Now, they had also threw out Hillary Clinton. She could go to Hillary and say, hey, Hillary, you want to make a stab at it one more time, girl? You want to be my running mate? I can't see that. That would be that'd be so funny. It really would. A Kamala and a Hillary Clinton ticket. Oh my God, that would definitely be hilarious. No one's not gonna vote for the woman that allowed Benghazi to fall apart and kill 4 soldiers that could have been home. 4 Marines, actually, that could have been home. And not to mention too, no one is going to also vote in that time constraint a woman who's never ever present on the job. You see Kamala more on BET and these award shows than doing her job. I mean, just imagine Kamala leading the country. You think it's awful now. Look at how she would avoid trying to do anything at all. Imagine how she would not be able to construct any type of powerful sentence to talk to the world leaders. I mean, it'd be horrible. It just would. So I just don't see it. Yeah, she says she's in these streets, girl. Yeah, she's supposed to be professional. She's not. She's nowhere near professional. She doesn't know what professional is if the motherfucker hit her in the front of the head. She's horrible. She sucks. So I mean, the Democrats should have just kept Joe in. I mean, they're gonna lose. They have nothing. They have nothing to suffice. People been talking about, well, if they throw Michelle in, they gonna be good. Man, if they threw Michelle in right now, that shit ain't gonna change. Trump has done something that no one can fight. This man has been had three attempt assassinations. One of the biggest ones we've seen on the world stage. Blood streaming down his face, and he coming up saying, "Fight, fight, fight." How you gonna beat that? Who's gonna beat that? I mean, what the Democrats gonna construct a fake, false assassination attempt? God forbid. I hope they don't. Or what you gonna do? You gonna come up with some crazy ass story? What I told you, it's coming over the wire right now. As soon as Hillary Clinton heard that Kamala Harris is the next pick, she already talking about she want to be vice president. God, this ticket is gotten more and more bizarre and dumb. I have nothing against women being leaders, but those two women leading the country would be asinine. We think we're fucked up now. We would have more DEI issues, more military. Man, it would be. Think about Biden going downhill times two. Yeah, that's how bad it would be. So I just don't see them winning. Um, Hillary Clinton, she just wants to be on the ballot because, listen, guys, Hillary knows they're not gonna win. Kamala knows they're not gonna win. But if she wants to put Hillary on the ballot, go ahead. I mean, it'd be great. It'd be great to see Hillary get ate up by a young, sharp mind like J.D. Vance. It'd be good to see Kamala do word salad because Trump was going to intimidate her. I mean, it'd be funny. It really would, and it would. I mean, let him, let him, let. I mean, let Hillary go on. I mean, shit. Hillary ain't gonna live forever anyway. I think this is probably the last time her old ass will run for vice president after losing like like this. She wouldn't want to be anywhere near politics no more. She's gonna go down in history as being she was secretary of something for Obama, and that's it. So yeah, let it happen. Oh, it's gonna be hilarious, bro. I'm telling you, conservatives, please don't be afraid of this little new um supposed upgrade for the Democratic Party. They're just playing chess to save face. This is all this is. This is just a PR. Um, this is just a PR stunt to do damage control within the party over them not realizing that Biden has been fucked up for months or possibly years. So what do you do when you don't want nobody to find out that you've made a mistake? You try to sweep it under the rug. You try to how could, as the old people say it, you try to put makeup and lipstick on a stanky ass pig. Well, guess what? Even after you do that and put a wig on that son of a bitch, when you get near it, it's still a stinking ass pig. So, I mean, there's nothing they can do with this information. Yeah. Now, what probably gonna be Trump and JD Vance playing now, since they know it's gonna be Kamala, and they wasn't even tripping about. They already had a plan of chess moves. Whatever the Democratic Party chooses, they just gonna step up their game and hurry up and get this endorsement, this debate started in September. And I hope that Trump gets the debate set up to where he had it like uh, Joe Biden had. They did Joe. The whole mute process. You can give me a few moments to say what I need to say. I hope he does it that way again, because now this time we can get to see the word salad capability of Kamala Harris, because Kamala is a word salad specialist, and we get to see how she gonna deflect questions, and that'll be awesome. Now, let's talk about JD Vance going against Hillary Clinton or whoever Kamala is instructed to choose as her running mate. Sorry, I had to get a pause right quick. I'll read up there. The suits is probably instructed her who to choose her running mate or what characteristics to to look for. Like I said, it's all gonna be planned on that end back there on the Democratic Party. They're probably gonna work with her to push her to try to sound more professional. Now, here's the thing. We're not finished yet. Kamala is not officially the nominee. Now, I got to reiterate that, because they got to wait until the Democratic convention, which would be in August, when they do what they call the free convention. Who is going to wind up being the nominee? It could really flip, and they could just say, okay, we're not going with Kamala. But I'm quite confident it's going to be Kamala, because if they don't go with Kamala, that's going to be a lot of campaign money being lost. And donors is going to be pissed, because I done put all this money into this campaign that the money is lost. So they got to do what the suits and the donors want. So I'm quite sure it's going to be Kamala endorsed. Kamala is going to be instructed who to pick as a running mate. Now, I don't think it's going to be another woman. I think her running mate is going to be possibly a male, and they're probably going to try to look in the party of someone that has somewhat of natural popular capabilities. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute, because you know I always do this when we have these streams. If I was a liberal type of person, And I was going against Trump, a guy who is, I done seen done dodge so many bullets that we done threw at his ass. And he is still staying on top. I would have went with, again, RFK Jr. I would have talked to him and I would have let him be the running mate for the Democratic Party. And I, being a Democratic influencer, if I was one of those, I would have told my liberal people, listen, man, I know y'all want all this progressive shit, alphabet soup shit. You want the baby and all that in the world today. But listen, we got one shot to beat this motherfucker. The Teflon Don. Okay? The best way that we can beat him is we gonna need somebody that is very much opposite than what the Democratic Party would actually do. I think we need to go with RFK Jr. He'll be a formidable opponent. And I think we need to get a sit down and select young, sharp centrists to go with RFK Jr. or at least a traditional Democrat that's young. And that's what I would have played it to. That would have got me at least. It would be very close, like it was before. It would be close, competitive, you know, because RFK Jr. know how to debate. He know how to talk. He know how to plan, and he knows how to sound very strong. So it would have been very great to see those two go against each other head to head. Now, I think it would have been a good. It would have been a good match. It would have looked very, very well for um, the country to see two viable candidates go at each other. But we already know that that Democrat Party has gone and left the dock. We got a new Democratic Party now that they trying to do all this DEI. They trying to do all this hold my hand, no accountability, defund the police. They still trying to hold on to victimhood and vitriol. And because of that, that's why they're not going to win. Because America's tired. America wants to be around politicians that are going to do their job. Look, you might not like Trump. You might have thought Trump was a fucking straight asshole. And I get it. But Trump did his job. Okay? When it came to foreign policy, he did his job. When we needed a way to still make money that was essential workers during COVID, he did his job. When it came to calling out any kind of racial indifference that went on in this country, he called it out. But he didn't call it out the way liberals wanted him to call it out, but he did. He made sure that we was all eating. He didn't just cut taxes for the corporation. It was like, all right, got y'all straight. Fuck the little guy. His goal was always, well, if I'm going to cut your taxes and make you more money, I'm going to make sure that I'm making sure that everybody is affected to be able to make more money. And that's how Trump did it. He ran the U.S. like a 5-star business. Right now, it's not getting ran that way. It's getting ran like a fucking shit. It's not even getting ran properly. We got inflation so high that you could go to the store right now and you can get about 5 or 6 items. No, in fact, you can get 11 items. 11 items right now will cost you over $100. Think about that. Think about 11 items costing you 100 something bucks at the grocery store. We're talking about regular grocery items. So people are seeing this and are disgusted. You know, get rent has went through the roof. I mean, Dems have destroyed our everyday living when it comes to how our rent has become. I mean, rent is high now. It's very expensive to live in of America right now. Even no matter what region you move to, you can move to the southern region where I'm at in the U.S. Drill Dr. Eulis. I'm not in a studio. I am doing this off my cell phone while it's dark. I am not one of those guys. I talk to people in a human format. Now, if you don't like the lighting, you don't like how it's going, you don't have to stay around. You can go ahead on and you can keep it moving. But I promise you, if you do stick around and listen to the message, you ain't gonna give a fuck about how my studio look. But thanks again. Appreciate you for your thoughts. But I tell you what, if you really want me to have a studio, you can do like everybody else does that like their favorite content creator. You can donate. You can donate. My links is down below. You can down in the description box. You can donate. And guess what? If you donate, since I'm demonetized on YouTube, I might be able to get a studio. But until then, this is how I talk to people. Thank you for your criticism. And I appreciate it. That's why I gave you a fact. No, everything's good, Hunter. I just got somebody in here. The first thing they talk about, I don't know if it's a troll or not, about how my studio, I need a better studio. I just letting them know that if they want to do that, they can donate. It's all down below in the description box. Cash App all. But we already know how that goes. Half of the time, these jokers don't donate because I'm not got 100,000 plus subscribers, and you know it's all good. It is what it is. All right, I'm gonna read some of these comments here for my people. My man Nathan said, "I honestly believe that Joe was going to wait for a few more weeks before making his decision. Hunter is hoping Dad stays long enough to give him a pardon." Nathan, I agree, but the suits weren't hearing it. The suits don't give a fuck about um Hunter Biden's son's problem at this point. That's why Hunter Biden is back on the West Coast. They don't care about him. They care about one thing: staying in power, keeping money flowing in their pockets. And the Democrat Party has taken a lot of L's since Trump has risen like the phoenix from its ashes. So they're trying to do everything they can to in put fear in their own party that if they don't stick with them, this is what's going to happen. Oh, Hunter, you good? Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. And Hunter, you're right. It's all about the message. People want to talk about studio lighting. Dude, I don't have money like that. I don't use $1,000, 1,200, 1,400, $2,500 cameras to set up on my desk, and I got an editor on standby to edit my shit. I don't have it like that, like Black Conservative Perspective. I don't have it like that, like ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, which those guys are awesome. And I definitely don't have it like my man, um, Officer Tatum. I don't have it like that. I don't have that stuff. Or like Jericho Green, who's, my man's not got people helping him. I don't have it like that. People is not gonna help you for free. You got to give them something in return, and I don't have it like that. I'm just a regular average Joe. Like I told y'all before, I barely make 30,000 a year. I just come on here to just tell y'all what's going on from a regular, hardworking American perspective. You know what I'm saying? You're right. They cannot get complacent. They need to continue the campaign, and they are. I mean, they already knew that this was coming. This wasn't. Look, guys, it wasn't like they surprised. They're not surprised. They knew this was coming. Them was just trying to save face for the little bit of voters they got left, because people are waking up in them world, because it's not making sense no more. When you scream out that defund the police, but yet still you asking for some of the roughest neighborhood in America to not have policing, because you're upset because one white guy and another black and a black suspect gets into a shootout and the black suspect dies, or the white officer uh, slams a criminal down for trying to resist arrest, or just stupid shit. What's up, my ninja? Yeah. And I'm not saying that police brutality is not real. Okay, we've talked about it on my channel. There's been cases where police brutality has been very much apparent, especially what happened in Memphis, Tennessee. And then, not to mention, we talked about how in a lot of cases where they try to pin the cops for having excessive force, it's the people that have warrants in the house that got illegal activity going on, and they always grab their gun because, again, they used to having people possibly coming in because they got illegal activity going on. I mean, there's a case right now in South Georgia, not far from me, in Camden County. Check it out. There's a criminal guy, a dope boy that's been selling drugs forever. Um, his girl answered. They told him to come to the door. They didn't come to the door. They had a warrant. They knocked the door in, and I don't know if old girl was startled and thought it was an intruder and grabbed a gun. I don't. It was, either way it goes, she got shot by the cops, and because of this, the whole family filed a lawsuit against the whole Camden County. Now, do I think they're gonna win? I think they'll probably settle it, because Camden County is not, or any other county right now, do not want to afford to go to a jury trial where they're talking about killing a black suspect that's a woman and actually could get jail time. So yeah, people trying to go with the lesser evils. All right, let me go to my boy. My boy saying, you want to know something, Joel? I feel less hatred for Biden now that he's dropped out. Well, we wasn't hating on him to begin with, Cleveland. I don't think it was hatred. I think it was frustration. We had we've seen a man on a cognitive decline, and he had people that's supposed to look out for his best interests, aides, professionals, uh, and things of that nature that was supposed to step in and say, listen, you know, this is their best interest, uh, President Biden. You need to let someone take over. They should have done this early part of the year. But when he started screaming at him and he knew it worked and intimidate them, they ran like little bitches. Oh, I can't say that to him. Well, you're not as loyal as you say you are. Because when you loyal to your leader and you see your leader in perils that could potentially destroy his reign, you are supposed to say, listen, I got a suggestion, king or president or whatever you call him. The move you're doing right now is not beneficial to us. So I don't hate Joe on this part. I've always hated his administration because they didn't use the cojones to step up and say, this is wrong. Our president is not capable. We got to get him out of here. So that's how I feel about that. Let's see what else we got to talk about. I didn't cover yesterday because we had a live yesterday. I ain't even edited that joint. It's been so crazy. Um, what's going on with my wife and stuff. Um, Trying to see what else I could think of that's been talked about. Um, the Gold Star families are very proud of President Trump for keeping their family members' names in his speeches and his rallies. That's another outstanding mark that gets Trump another big lift. Trump always remember these families. He doesn't say, "Oh yeah, their name one time in a major conference" and keep it moving. He uses these people a lot in his campaign speeches. And let me tell you something. When you're a leader and tragedy strikes with your people and you always remember the names of the tragedies that it's affecting the families, people love that. People embrace that. People look at that as being more than just charismatic. It shows that you have a caring and understanding humanity side. So that's another thing that Trump has in his favor with that, and I hope he continues to do so. But I think at this point, Joe Trump and company is going to continue to go across the country, uh, do these rallies. I do know that they did beef up him for security for for Secret Service, but you're gonna probably hear more people trying to attempt to hurt the man because they're just absolutely garbage. Let's see what else that you're probably gonna have to look out now for with all the changes. You're gonna see a lot more Kamala Harris. She's gonna be trying to be out in the mix, trying to show that she is capable of doing the job. Trying to see what else we gotta look at that's gonna happen. To be prepared for. All right. Well, I just wanted to think and see if there was anything else I could think of. I really can't. But that's it, guys. So it is official. Biden has dropped out the race. Um, they are probably sitting down, putting their heads together, instructing her how to get a running mate. Um, Again, I don't see a lot of these names that's been introduced into the lineup for 2028 to jump on this because they don't want to be uh, having an L on their record. So it's just gonna be interesting, guys. It really is. So hopefully we'll get more concrete information as we go along. But as far as I know right now, Kamala Harris has been endorsed to take over the campaign as the nominee. Now, again, it's not official. You still got to wait to the Democratic convention where they will have to decide who they wants to be their infamous leader. And yeah, and I called it. I told you my source was strong. I knew what I was talking about, and I told y'all that I was one of the first to report it, that he was going to drop out the race by this weekend. And what happened? He dropped out. He officially dropped out. So again, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Get in my comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Joe Biden really is happy about dropping out? Or do you think that he's going to try to that he's gonna go down here for there? Well, either way it goes, just tell what y'all think. Please like, share, subscribe. Conservatives, we gotta keep it pushing. Let's don't be complacent. Let's don't let this wind up being a chess move instead of a checkers move. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.